guys, it's Carlos, the Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. Today we are doing a video with one of my clients that I've had for absolute years. It's Richard here. Richard basically has been training with me for a very long time, and basically what we want to do with the video today is just to show you guys how amazing this journey has been. Now, Richard's been training with me for a long time, and basically when we first started training, Richard, tell these guys how it was.
Oh my God, all my life we struggled, I struggled. I mean, my first exercise, my first session was like, I wanted to go home. But after the session, you know what I mean, I felt the pain, I felt everything I needed to feel for my body to grow. So I knew for a fact I had to stay with Carlos. And from then till now, this is what he's created.
God bless you, bless you. No. He's done very well, very well. I mean, what we wanted to do with you guys today is to show you really how important it is to stay disciplined and basically stay with, in particular with the training and changing the way you train every single day. When I say every single day, is the way the fashions of training, meaning are you stimulating the muscles to basically develop and grow. Now, a lot of the guys go to the gym day in, day out, they keep doing the same things every single day. When he gets adaptable to it, he doesn't develop. Now, what happened to Richard was he already had a great physique anyway. I mean, before he trained with me, he had shape, but he wasn't a shape that could go on stage, if that makes any sense. Oh, by the way, some guys probably go on stage with any sort of shape, but what he wanted to do, he wanted to balance his physique. So I recall very well when Richard started training with me, he didn't have the chest that he's got now. He's got a lot of separation in that chest. The back as well, he's got an amazing back there as well, so you've got good lats there, good rhomboids, good traps, good rear delts, and basically he's been working very hard at this. As well, one of the things he wasn't very dominant was his legs. So his legs, he was really lacking behind. Obviously, he did have some width to him, there's no choice about it, and he did look good, but it was more like the kind of guy you see in the gym and you go, oh, he looks good, but you probably wouldn't put him on stage. So what I said to him was, and Richard is here, he knows very well what I said to him. I said to him, listen, what do you want to do? Do you want to compete or do you want to look good in the gym? And he said, listen, I want to compete. So we basically stripped everything out and we literally put in 4 sessions a week, high intensity, specifically for his physique. So we basically began to develop his upper pecs, lower pecs. Then obviously we worked on his shoulders, because he had wide shoulders but not so much rear delts, so we worked on his rear delts as well. Then obviously we started working on his back. He had a good V-taper, but he didn't have much thickness, so we had to basically bring out his basic thickness and his V-taper to re-emphasize the whole back itself. As you guys can see now, he's got an amazing physique, and I always say to this guy, if he concentrates on the discipline and also on his diet, whoa, the sky is the limit. Now obviously, for the purpose of the video today, we're not going to show his legs today right now. We will do another part, but what we want to share really, what does Richard think, what we did so well in order to develop your physique? What do you think it was?
I think the high intensity, the consistency, you know, eccentric, the concentric training, the negatives. He threw everything at me, you know. As I said, no holds barred. You know, you can't just like go with momentum. Every rep you count as a squeeze. So basically, every time actually I do a back movement, I'm actually counting the squeeze is 1 rep. And something we do double contractions to make sure the intensity is still there in the muscle. So basically, that kind of training will work, I guarantee, for anybody and everybody. You come with Carlos, I guarantee you have a physique like mine. No ifs and no buts about it. I've passed on the knowledge to previous people and they've got great results. Carlos is the best personal trainer in the UK. No holds barred. If we're for Carlos, I'm now sponsored by bossnutrition.co.uk. I'm also sponsored by Raw Strength Gym Wear as well as. That's down to Carlos. His drive, his determination. He believed in me, I believed in him. You can go all the way, you know what I mean? Bodybuilding or physique or anything can open doors for you. It's not just a drop on stage. You can actually do modelling, you can do film work. You know, any opportunity, you open doors. As I said, out of all the personal trainers I know, Carlos is the best in the UK. I know everybody in Birmingham, you know, but this man knows his stuff. He's been to America, he's studied the best nutrition in the world, he's been with the best bodybuilders, he knows his stuff, he's got the tools, you know what I mean? As long as you focus and do the work, as well as in the gym, you got to do the work outside the gym as well. So your nutrition is the key.
Absolutely.
So make sure, you know what I mean, as well as in the gym, as soon as you walk out the door, your training starts. That's the key. Nutrition is very important. But Carlos will swear, you know, down to his, he knows how to train, he will push your body to the limits and you'll get results quicker than just standing and coming to the gym and just pushing weights for the sake of it.
That's amazing. Thanks for that, Richard. Obviously, it's organic. This is. I mean, I've known this guy for probably over 20 years. Obviously, started training with me about 12 and a half years ago. We were actually talking about that earlier. And basically, we've done an amazing journey. But as you guys can see, this is something that takes a lot of dedication. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there think, "Wow, I'd love to look like that." Now, Richard didn't just love to look like that, he wanted to do it, so he was relentless, absolutely relentless. And some of the sessions, believe it or not, they're not fun, because it's, especially when I was building his legs, it was, I mean, he was coming out, I remember, I mean, we used to have a laugh afterwards, he was coming out sick. Feeling sick.
Feeling sick. You actually wanted to call the ambulance for me at one stage.
He was, yeah. So he did work very hard at it. I do remember basically when he competed the first time as well. To be fair, I mean, he was definitely the best guy on stage. He was robbed, he came in second.
And that was down to a 4 weeks diet.
So
I wasn't going to do the show, but Carter said, no, Richard, you got to do it. A 4 weeks diet and actually qualified for the Brits, made the finals, Beanie Beef magazine, Muscle Development magazine, Muscle Fitness, you name it, I've been down to this man.
He's amazing. Now, what I say to these guys is, what we mean by it is basically how important it is to stay consistent. Now, we're going to see a lot of the Richard now. We're going to be doing a lot of videos with Richard training with me. What you guys are going to be able to see is how you do, how you put basics into advanced. So Richard now is an advanced trainer, okay? I work on a lot of basics with Richard, but I work on a lot of stimulation in order to shape. You look at his shape, it's amazing. So some of you guys might think he can't improve that, but I can tell you I can improve that, because there's a lot of stuff he has to do in order to look amazing on stage. So Richard is looking at competing very soon. So my goal for Richard now is to basically do a few retouches on his physique. The certain areas I need to have a little bit more balance, including his legs as well. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start dieting. And within when you get into the diet, and some of you guys probably got to learn this. This is the basics here. This is the frame, if you like. When you start dieting, is when it starts. Because when you start diets, you can't really mess about with too much. So the shape's there, then it's about being crisp, hard, veiny, if you like, in very, very low body fat on stage. So Rich is going to do that. You guys are going to see the journey. I'm going to be doing these videos more and more with him, and as I said, it's absolutely fantastic to see someone like this that basically has actually lasted the test of time, because a lot of guys like him have a good physique but never really make it to the top level. This guy's got an amazing physique and he's going to make it to the top level. So all I can say to you guys, keep watching these videos. As I said, I'm going to put videos on Richard training. What we're going to do in the next stage is going to be high intensity.